morning, guys. Welcome back to DJ's Workshop. So we are in November now. We're getting into winter mode, and we need to start getting things, buttoned up for the winter. Fortunately, I have most of my big projects done during the summer when it was nice out. So now it's getting a little bit cooler and winding things down. So one of the things I did the other day, I wanted to winterize the Eurovan, and we were flushing the winter antifreeze through everything to try to keep everything from freezing up. And when I was draining out the kitchen sink, I noticed I could hear water dripping somewhere. So I looked underneath, and I saw that the drain hose going from the sink drain out the bottom was actually cracked and leaking into the van. So that's not good. So this is the hose that they use, and it's a 3/4 inch hose. The part number I have on here is X002 D0K0YH. That's what's on the package. It's kind of like a rubberized hose with a plastic coil around it. It is flexible. This one is flexible, obviously, because it's new, but the one that was in there was all dried out and cracked, and it was just coming apart and leaking everywhere. So I have the new hose. We're going to go in and replace this today. It's not too big a deal. It's basically just taking the clamp off, pulling it off, putting the new one on. The hardest part is where you have to snake it up underneath into the back there. So I'll show you where it's at. Like I say, once you can get to it, you're going to contort yourself a little bit to get up under the cabinets or whatnot. But once you get in there and get it unscrewed and back on, it's not a big deal. So let me show you what we're up against here. All right, so first thing you want to do is you want to empty out the cabinet under the sink, take the shelves out, whatnot. And this is the hose here, and you can see it's actually split open, and it was just breaking apart in a number of places. So we're going to get that replaced. So the hose connects to the drain, which is here. And then if you follow the hose, it goes up underneath in the back, which I can't really see because it's kind of buried back there, but it's not too much further in from there. And there's another clamp that holds it on. So we'll get that back clamp off. I already got the front one off, and then we'll snake the hose down into there, clamp it up, put it through this little loop here, and then clamp it back up to the sink. So let me see if I can get that back clamp off of there. Okay, so this is the fitting that we have to get it off of, and what I did was I cut the hose, and basically I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab with a pair of pliers the white piece here and just try to uncoil it, so that way I can get the blue plastic off of there. It's stuck on there. I don't know if they glued it on or what they did. So I'm going to try yanking that off, and then once we get that off, we'll slip the new hose on there. All right, and you can see what I'm doing here. I'm basically just grabbing this and unraveling it. So I'm just going to finish peeling it off, and we'll get the rest of that off of there. All right, so I got that end on there, and we got the clamp on. We ran the hose through there, and now we're back over to the sink drain, so we just pop that on there. And now I just got to tighten this clamp up, and then it should be good. All right, so before I go ahead and put all the shelves and everything back in there, I just want to obviously test it, make sure it's not going to leak. So we're going to put some of this RV antifreeze down in the drain, and this will go right into the trap and into the holding tank. Okay, that drained down, and I don't hear or see any leaks, which is good. Everything looks good under there. So what was happening before is the line was all split up in here, and it was dripping down on the floor over here. So I think we're all set now. All right, so if you got an RV like this, one of these Eurovans, and you're putting water or whatever down the drain and you hear it leaking, take a look up under there, because these pipes, like I say, they get very brittle over time with the cold and whatnot, and then they will crack. Once they crack, they leak, and then you start having issues with the floor getting soft, because now water's getting under there and getting to the wood. Alright guys, I hope that helps. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up, a share, a like, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.